Well, Mr. De Niro, as I told you, sometimes it's the most difficult interviews you ever do in your life are with people you admire. So, but I know you'll make this easy for me.
That's right. Yes.
I walked out of the theater after seeing A Bronx Tale in Tucson, Arizona, and I had two thoughts come in my mind. One, it's got to be nominated. Best movie of the year. Two, thanks for a wonderful nostalgia trip via film back to my old neighborhood in the south side of Chicago. What I'm driving at, would you concur that A Bronx Tale is an urban story that could have happened anywhere in urban America?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's about a particular area in New York and the Bronx. But,
yeah.
But I think because a lot of people are really moved by it, and they're not from even that background, even from an urban situation that I've noticed.
Yeah, oh, sure.
But absolutely, yeah.
The open to the movie, Bob, if you'd comment, the kids playing stickball, the fire hydrant, the guys leaping on their backs, you know, things that happened that I remember as a kid.
Right.
The corner bar, all the wise guys hanging out and that sort of thing. I could almost smell it.
Yeah.
You as a director, you have to be congratulated for bringing that together to make it so real.
Well, I had, you know, when I saw the play, the one thing I saw is that Chazz had written these great characters, and I wanted to make sure that I use the right people, not necessarily actors. Most of them are not actors. All of them practically are not actors. I just wanted to make sure that we found the right people, and I spent a lot of time looking for unknowns and non-professionals because I felt that they would add another feeling to it, because the story was very good, very strong. The characters were great. The structure was excellent. I felt that I just had to get the right people.
Yeah, the Sergio Leone look almost. Was it a risk casting unknowns, do you think, rather than pros?
No, I knew that we could find the right people. I knew if we looked long and hard enough, and that's why I told the casting director we got to look. Way before I told her in Chicago, in fact, we had a meeting in Chicago, and I said, you know, over a year before we started, and I said it's not the normal situation. We must really hit the streets and look for real people, not, you know, you can go the normal route just to see if there's anybody around, but it's really
because these are real people,
yes.
and they certainly pull it off.
Yeah.
They do a great job. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said, we have to, I know they're there, we got to find them, and we will.
The movie was dedicated to your dad, a working man. I had those decisions to make in the old neighborhood, you know, and a lot of my friends, I think Dominic Rizzi became Chicago policeman, up to 4 o'clock in the morning beat, worked the White Sox ballpark. These guys live with that stereotype of all Italian Americans are gangsters.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. I mean, that's you know, Chazz was writing about his father, who was a bus driver, and you know, it's you know, he says the working man is a tough guy. The working man is usually, because they're not as interesting and as flashy as the Sonny character, are taken for granted or overlooked. And that's the way most people are in life and in the world. I mean, they're just hard-working people. They work every day. They do what they do. They don't want to be bothered.
And they're the real heroes, right?
Exactly. I mean, they keep everything going, keep the world going.
Yeah.
You know.
Another thing I loved about the movie, and you'll know where I'm coming from, and I can relate so much to it, that my dad owned the bar on the corner, you know, and walking in there as a little kid to mop the floors and stuff, Sinatra, Tony Bennett, and Al Martino, who was a big Chicago favorite, you know, but your music selection was wonderful.
Well, we took a lot of time with the music. I was listening to oldies a year and a half before we started excuse me, started getting into it, because I wanted to, the music to me was very important, especially for the period, and I wanted to make sure that we used the right songs with the right feeling, and I didn't even care that much about the lyrics. I mean, lyrics I didn't even listen to, it was the feeling. And I had a good amount of the music thought of before we started shooting, and during shooting we had these meetings and worked a lot on it. Like we would have, excuse me, we would have a scene, say, shot and then roughly assembled. I put it on videotape during the shooting, and on the weekend we would put about 8 or 10 songs, say, that we've whittled down from maybe 20 or something, put put that on against the scene on video and then whittle that down even more. And we did that with all the, anywhere we thought there would be music that would be appropriate, that would work.
Oh, it's beautiful. And this isn't fair to you, but in 15 seconds, I'm so happy you put the racial issue in. Because we had those tunnels in Chicago. You went on the other side of the tunnel, a different world.
Right, exactly, exactly.
And you didn't skirt that.
No, no.
Bob, beautifully directed, wonderful film. Don't miss it. Will be nominated. And it can always be said about you that you didn't waste your talents. Because that's a sad thing, a wasted talent. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.